Go to this computer. Customer. We have vehicle down here. So, yeah, that's right. Okay. So I'm going to ask you guys, do we want to have the customer vehicle have the complex rental relationship? We want rental, right? Transaction or rental. That seems like an entity we want.
Yes.
Seems very useful. So that'll be the customer one to many and a many to one. That way. Wrong arrow, wrong directions. So we have that one. And rentar, that's not what I want. Dull. You have that. I did like the idea of a spot or a location of storage. So we can call this storage, spot, location. What do we want to call it?
Location.
Location. All right. This is a one-to-one, which is a 1-to one. Again, this is going to be optional both directions because when the vehicle is out, it has no location. And a location may not have a vehicle in it currently. So this is a bi-directional optional. This one is unrequired. We have those spots whether there's a vehicle in it or not, and a vehicle that's currently being rented is not actively in a location, and that can save us from needing a Boolean value, saying whether it's active or not. If our vehicle's location is null, it's out and unavailable to rent, right? And that could also be including where it's out, maybe at repair. So if it's not in a location, we cannot rent it, meaning it's not here with us. So that could be a very useful item to save us some items there. So I like that one. So we had the two other items here. We had both employees.
So by location, do you mean like parking space?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And we have store. I think those are two entities that sound good. So these are two entities we liked. We want to keep. Which ones do we here do we want to keep? Which ones do we want to use?
I would go with store because employees are going to be the same as, it's going to be similar to a customer.
Yeah. We'll do a one-to-many there. And what I think we're going to do here is do this actually. I think this right here might be our system. Do our simple many-to-many with customer to stores. And we might just not care about employees because we really don't need that information for our app to work. Because if we're making a website app, we don't really have employees that are interacting with the transactions, do we? For our car rental app, the customer is just interacting with the website. They're not really needing to interact with an employee, are they?
We can make a chat app.
I was gonna say a chat bot.
Chat bot there.
Most annoying thing ever.
If you bring in the chat services and you actually want to bring employees into it, then go ahead. But for the first version of our system, we're not going to have a chatting with customers or with employees. They want to talk to an employee, they have to call in for the beginning. But again, yeah, you guys can deal into it. I'll let you know. Socket.io is a great chat working system. It creates a bi-directional system where a server can send out data to you and you can send server information to the server. So trust me, if you want to do something with chat-based systems, you're looking into Socket.io. So.
Oh, I'm Cliff. How can I help you today?
Oh God, my name's gonna be on all the chat bots. That and John Wick. I think this works because we have the one-to-many, the many-to-one. We have a many-to-many simple. This is our complex many-to-many. We have a one-to-many on this direction that is not part of the complex many-to-many. So we have a one-to-many and many-to-one that's not part of a complex many-to-many. And we have a one-to-one. So we have the multiple different relationships that we want. And these are, let's see, in this one, so this is a optional. A vehicle does not necessarily need to be rented, but a rental must include a vehicle. And again, a customer doesn't necessarily need to rent, but a rental has to have a customer. Same with these are bidirectional optional. They store and a customer do not need to be connected. No, I would say the customer must have a store, right? Yeah. Because who brought them in? Who brought that customer in? Mm-hmm. So customer to store, that's required.
And then
And
what
store
about
the vehicle?
Yeah.
I would say the store must have at least one vehicle. What do you think?
Yeah.
So we'll do that as mandatory, that you must have a vehicle in order to be a location store. So those are there. Those look good. Let's bring back up our geeky likes systems. We have developer. We have our posts. That is our many-to-many. Our simple many-to-many. I think we'll bring in the likes system to do our complex many-to-many. which will do the many likes with one developer, required optional. And this required and required on that though. You must a like must have a post. So you can't just like nothing. So
We got like this way of spelling developer. That's almost like explorer.
oh, wrong way. I did that reversed. Hold on. A single like doesn't have many posts. The post has many likes. It's like there's something wrong about that. Must have a post, and a post may not have any likes. I mean, it may be a very bad post. So we have that. So now let's think of the other items. So we have this system. So this system here is done. So you got that side. So this, this, and this. And we have our many-to-many, which is this to this. So now we need a one-to-many that's not part of a many-to-many and a one-to-one.
Well, we have the one-to-one with the avatar for the developer,
We
right?
do that. Yep, we do. If we'd like that one, we can do that. So you can do avatar.
I'd like to think of something else besides that, though.
If you can, I'm open. That's why I'm giving you guys options. This is now
Yeah.
your point to, this is your chance to make any changes to our Geek Like system. We can always put the avatar URL in the developer. What the hell, developer?
Yeah, I said you it's explorer there.
Oh, that's what you were talking about. I'm like, what are you saying? Hear you. I was like, explorer? What are we exploring? I know we're exploring, but developer. I forgot the P and everything. So it wasn't an explorer. I forgot the P.
Yeah, well, no, it's like LORE is like explore. Like
Oh. The other avatar has a one-to-one. Technically, I guess those are both optional. A avatar must have a developer, but the developer does not have to have.
what about replies? If replies are one-to-one because well, no, I can reply multiple times to a post.
Yeah, you could. We could force a single reply, but usually, yes, you reply multiple times. You
Yeah.
can, but we could force single replies.
Mm,
But in the meantime, though, what is our many-to-one that is not part of a complex system? I think we had that as our titles, right? Yeah, that was our title system. So that'll be our many-to-one. So title. One. Those
we also
will
had
be
languages too as being something, didn't we?
We did have languages, but maybe we won't use that because that was one of our complex systems as well. That was another it was a many-to-many, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think.
Oh, wait, I'm dumb here. That's not right. That's a many-to-one. Whoops. Right, so we technically don't need title now. So we don't need it if we want to really match this perfectly. So we can do our languages, sorry, as our many-to-many. It's our simple many-to-many. So that's our simple many-to-many, sorry. So
I
the
thought
title and posts are similar.
I thought title was one title per developer.
It is. So it's a many-to-one, and that can be good to see the developer do a one-to-many and a many-to-one. If we wanted to see that difference on developer to have a many-to-one and a one-to-many. So we can still bring title in. We don't need title in order to match what we have here. If that makes sense. So what we have here, everything here will give us all the pieces we need to so that you guys can build this. We don't need title for you guys to build what you have in order to learn enough. I'll put title as a optional item that we might do if we have time for it, which is gonna be difficult because of the vacation, so optional. We might bring that in. So no matter what, we're definitely doing these: developer, likes, posts, avatar, and languages. So those are the ones we're definitely doing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll match yours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So in that case, I think what we're going to start first with is having you guys add in your store entity over the break and connect that with vehicle, because we added post, and so that shows this for developer post. I brought in posts already into my system, and so for your system for the weekend, we're going to bring in store. Sound good?
I sold to the company store.
Yep. And so I'm going to grab this as a screenshot again. So let me go ahead and save this. I'll put the one from Monday as well, and I'll put these both in Classroom, so you'll have them. So that's there. So that way you'll have this image of what you guys are creating, and we'll have these as well. And so let me do one last quick thing maybe though.
I just have a question of what store is.
Hold on, let me do this. Store is like the physical store location. Like there's the Avis down the street from me
Yeah.
at Washington Street or whatever you want to call it. And then let's say there's an Avis in Warwick.
Oh, okay.
Right. So we're Expressian. We have one Expressian location in downtown Providence. We have another Expressian location in the Warwick Airport. We have the
Okay.
Providence Airport. We have another Expressian location in the New York Airport.
Okay.
And each of those locations have their own collection of cars, right?
Yeah. I
That's
just
what it is.
figure out
Yeah.
what the
Yeah.
store.
And location is the parking spot, technically.
Okay. All right. I think I got.
So yeah, so let me do this quick. Let me see if I can do something interesting here. Get that out of the way. So I'm gonna do, it's not gonna be perfect, unfortunately, but right, hold on, what? Yeah. That posts, yeah, posts, likes. So that's where it's gonna be a little weird because we don't have exactly this in our developer system. So you don't want to keep it like this, but yeah, it's fine. I'll be able to help you guys understand this. I'll be able to bring this up periodically and we'll be able to reuse it. So yeah.
Yeah, we'll drop back in.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that back in. You're right. Well, I already saved it, but yeah, I'll bring it back in.
Oh, okay. Oh, no, if you saved it, you should be all right.
I wanted to save it before I tried making changes, see if I could make it match more this shape.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to see if I could make it match the shape. I couldn't do it. Not within the time frame that I'm trying to do it. We're already at 9:18, so I'm not going to do any code today, which sucks. I'm going to do more. But what I'm going to do here is make a challenge to you guys. So bare minimums, you have to bring in the store entity connected to vehicle. So connect these two together. So you're creating this relationship this weekend. Doing store and vehicles. You're bringing in the vehicle entity, creating the vehicle repository, all that, and doing the many to one and the one to many direction on the two. And then creating the 3 routes that we've done at minimum. So that's your minimum requirement for Monday. Store entity and the repository and the 3 routes that we did yesterday. So I'm gonna make sure I put the video up today. The 3 routes: the get one, add one, and get all. All right, so we want those. Get one, get all, and create one. The challenge though, I feel like you guys, with the knowledge you have from before, might be able to create the edit one and delete one. So that's gonna be your stretch challenge with the weekend we have. So, a nice long weekend, give that a shot. That would be what I recommend. Minimum though, I would personally say for this long weekend, try starting to come up with your own concept of a project you want to build as your final project. Start thinking about what you want to build and maybe even come up with your database mapping or your relationship mapping. And what we might be able to do over sometime next week, and I might be able to do one-on-ones with you guys to actually review what you came up with during one of the homework hours. So during one of the homework hours, we can do a thing where I pop in, take a look at what you're thinking of for your final project, what you might want to create. Sound good? Interesting, because we have this nice long weekend. I want to make sure we take advantage of it. With that being said, I think we're good. Any questions?
Any hackathon updates?
Oh, right. I will make sure that comes out no later than tomorrow. So I have nothing tonight because I was dealing with this and doing other things. I know I was busy all day today doing stuff with school, I think. He was in a school last time I saw him when I did a Zoom with him. It looked like he had a school stuff behind him. So I haven't been able to talk to him yet. So hopefully I'm going to be able to talk to him. I'm going to try to talk to him either tonight or tomorrow. So I'll try to have some updates for you guys by tomorrow of what the plan is. Yeah, that's that.
Yeah, I'm up for Thursday because I'm off Thursday and school is not
Right.
Thursday.
One thing, well, like I said, if we're gonna end up holding it at Niantic, we'll try to set up something to see if anyone's able and open to coming down on Thursday to Niantic to help us kind of touch it up, clean it up a little bit and prep it. So again, I'll check in with Arnell tonight, flash tomorrow, find out what the plan is, take a look at the results. And again, if you haven't responded to that form yet and you plan to attend, you have to fill that out or you will not be able to attend no matter what location we end up holding. We'll have to kick you out of the weekend. So whatever you did is it. So do not avoid that form. I'm going to be reposting it tonight to make sure it's good. I actually haven't checked it since Sunday, so I gotta go check to see how many filled it out. But yeah,
I remember. filling- Yeah.
I'm confident most of you, I'm pretty sure all of you did. I just gotta double check, make sure nobody else forgot it. I'm pretty sure, I think everyone in this group filled it out. I just gotta go double check for the other cohorts, because I can't pester them like I can pester you guys to fill it out. So I have to go check on that. But yeah, any other questions on the assignment? Makes sense? We know what we're doing for the assignment?
Yeah, it's just going to be in classroom too, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna post it as well. Yep. Yep.
Perfect.
That I
So
will do.
finish the back end and do a front end and be all set for Monday. Okay. Okay.
Have fun, Jim. That's on you. Enjoy it.
Yes, yes. Build a front end that I haven't taught you how to do yet. Go for it.
Well, I mean, for me, I already know a little bit already.
Well, then go do it, Jim.
I have
Do
been
you know
working-
React without hooks yet? Because I don't
What?
think I taught you that. React without hooks.
No, actually, I'm working on a video right now this past week that does all this stuff. It's all updated, so I'm actually kind of looking at
alright.
doing this. It's really refreshing to do.
What I would say, actually, don't do it on this project. Do your own project with it, so you can benefit from that, so that you'll have two projects.
Yeah.
Do not do it on this project. If you
It's-
want to do something where you have a little bit of a front end, you start working on something, do an original so you can add it to your resume.
Yeah, it's different. Going from the class React back to functional React again.
Yeah, like I said, that's why I think it'll benefit you guys to see us do it in class for like a week or two. I think that'll benefit us. So that's why I'm making sure we do like a crash course, at least a week, if not two, on React and just building a basic front end. Again, it'll be very simple, very basic, nothing too fancy. I'm going to try to see if I can find some form creation tools. Like there's some packages on React that'll help you generate forms instead of trying to build them all original with HTML. So I'm looking at some tools because the goal is not to spend too much time on HTML, but more just building something that's functional and usable. So, all right.
He
So
says
we'll get into that though.
for hooks than the class, but I'm still going through it, but it's just classes to me are a little bit makes more sense than to functional. That's
I can see it because again, you guys have been learning a lot about classes. So
yeah.
unfortunately, that's just not how React does it anymore. So
Well, I mean, you can still do it that way, but as I
Yeah,
understand, but I think
but-
I'm just gonna try to learn a new way,
Mm.
doing it a new way,
Yeah.
and not
the
learn.
new way also I think does work a little faster. It does.
Oh,
You can
does?
build
Oh.
things a lot quicker. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
you can build things quicker because you don't have to worry about all the class stuff and all the class structure.
Yeah, and I noticed the use state. You don't have to declare state like in the classes like you did.
Nope.
before.
Just use and create. And yeah, the hooks are great. The hooks are great. And you can't use the hooks if using class.
Yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Yep. The hooks exist for functional.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Very
And
good.
again, for those of you who are so confused, don't worry about it. You'll make sense when we get to it. So don't worry about it. It's like hooks and state and what and class and function. No worries about it right now. That'll make sense as we get to it. So don't worry about it.
All right.
Any questions about this? All good. All right.
Yeah. So basically, you just got to build. But we can build out anything we want from that picture that we did, right?
Yeah, I can't stop you.
Well,
I
no,
have
it's
no way of
just-
locking down your computer. So yes, technically, but again, I'm pointing at this one because this is the one we did yesterday. So what we
Yeah.
did yesterday is I did the post to developer, which is this relationship, the one to many. So
Yeah.
we're doing the one to many. That's not part of complex like things because we do have. There are the complex one to manys that are part of the many to many, the complex many to many. Remember this guy right here. Where's my spotlight? There we go. Spotlight. Thank you. So
Well, no. The only reason why I'm asking
this
is that-
system here,
Yeah.
it's technically a many to many. We have a developer to many between developer and posts because a developer can like many posts and a post can be liked by many developers. So it's technically a many to many here, but it's a complex because it goes through this like system and we can always add additional data if we need it. That's why I'm saying a complex many to many, which is what you see here on this system.
Yeah. Yeah. No, the reason why I ask is
Yeah.
because it to me right now, I mean, to me right now, without going deeper, is that the vehicle can't exist without a location. But I guess it could exist in out in the midair and don't need a location. But it just seems like I need to make the location as well as to do the vehicle.
What I'm saying is like, so why I made it optional, is- and I think you may have missed it then, is I said that when a vehicle is actively rented or maybe in at a repaired land section, it's not in a spot. It doesn't have a parking spot that it's coming
Okay.
in. And there's no spot that it's reserved in. And so what we can do is we can actually use that field, the location that is stored in, as a Boolean, as a way of saying, hey, is it available to rent right now?
Oh, okay.
Makes sense?
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So that's how we're going to be benefiting from it, is that we no longer need the Boolean active or Boolean available. We can just say, hey, pull from vehicle, any vehicle when we want to rent. We'll show all vehicles that are location, that have location, that are not null. That location is not null.
Oh, okay. Well, in reality, I guess I could also dummy the vehicle's location, so I don't even need this entity right now.
Yeah.
Also, to be able to report back where a location is.
Again, the only one we've done in class so far is the one-to-many from developer to post. The only one I'm requiring guys to do is
Yeah.
distort a vehicle, which is a one-to-many.
Hmm,
A
okay.
simplistic one, not part of a complex many-to-many system. So it's identical to pretty much that relationship is identical to what we've done in class. That's why I'm picking that one.
Okay.
All right, that's the whole reason I'm picking that, because it's what we've done in class so far. Cool. All right, all good.
Oh, good.
All right, I'll see everybody on Monday. Oh, wait, I see something in the chat. Hold on. Make sure that's all good. Yeah, stores data in the browser. Wait, what? React hooks. Oh, okay. Everything. Yep. Less typing, exist state. Yep. All right, cool. Yeah, pretty much the thing. Sorry, we didn't notice that, Eridan. Storage of data. Yep. All good stuff. Yep. Now we'll be doing stuff from like a use state for kind of semi-global state, as well as the local storage for dynamic storage, or storing like your login credentials and stuff like that. And yeah, we'll be showcasing a bunch of those little extra features. I do at some point.
Your
Oh,
chart is missing
dang it.
something.
What is it missing?
It's missing a cliff.
Wait, oh, annotation. I'm like, what are you doing?
You need a cliff.
I will also be doing one last thing, by the way. I totally forgot. I am going to be introducing you guys to another one-to-one though, and this is again a security type version. Actually, we technically don't need the profile for the user.
Okay.
So this is where the username and password is stored. Usually keep that separate from a profile. So the developer will become our profile, and user will become where our login credentials are. And you always usually keep that in a separate table just as a security measure. That way we can review how to do password encryption using bcrypt. So we encrypt the password before we store it in the database, and how we can use that to create JWT tokens. So JSON web tokens is the most common system I use. So I'll be looking, the goal is, I think it's a JPA security, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think it's what it's called. Or Spring Security. I gotta remember which one it is.
Spring
It's either JP
Security.
Security or Spring Security.
Yeah.
I gotta look at them and double check which one I want to use. But yeah, we will be doing that at some point where we do that. So maybe we'll just put the avatar in the developer, because this will give us our one-to-one. And most likely in this, the customer will have in your application, you guys will have user here for your customer. Sound good?
Did you
That's
log
the
in
last thing I
store, or would you log in the customer?
Log in the customer. Now, yes, we could have a system where we can log in the store as well, so we can add and remove vehicles, but at minimum, we'll have customer. What we might do is have it where we can do a user class and that might be where we can do, and I can just figure out how we're going to do it here, maybe doing a developer and an admin. But here. So you can do that, where there's the store and the customer also can be childs of the user class. Or they can extend it. So they extend the entity, or they both can be, if they both have a user connection. So then again, we might just do what's called a user. And I'll talk more about this on Monday to make sure we have to explain it, but so understand that we will be talking about authentication at some point. We will be adding authentication systems to this system. I want to double check how I want to do it exactly before I tell you exactly how it's being added. But the end goal is, yes, we will have a user or login system, because authentication is huge for your applications. You need people to be able to log in. So that way, when they rent something, they're renting it as a logged in person, not as just a guest. That doesn't really work. So we will be adding in an authentication system at some point to this application as well. So just be aware of that. Sound good?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Will yesterday's video be up?
Yes, I'm going to be posting that now. I actually decided against posting it yesterday because I wanted you guys to focus on this. I didn't want to post that up and have you guys distracted by that. I wanted this done. So I want attempting what we did yesterday. So that'll be going up tonight as soon as I finish class.
Gonna need that video for hackathon. I want to try something.
All right. Interesting. I'm very curious about that now. All right. And with that being said, everyone have a great weekend. I will see some of you at the hackathon. As long as that still goes on without a hitch, no issues there. I will see you guys there. No matter what, I'll see the rest of you on Monday. I'll see all of you on Monday. I mean, say the rest of you only see on Monday because the hackathon people will die now.
Have a good night.
I'll see the rest of you on Monday.
Yeah, good night, everyone. Take
Getting
care.
eliminated.
Good night.
See ya.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't leave.
That's it. That's it.